Out of the corner of my eye, I saw this jet ski flying at me.
Thousands of people are injured each year in recreational boating accidents. 610 people died last year. Well, last week, Jeff Green almost became one of those statistics.
Yeah, really scary. Jeff was enjoying the Labor Day weekend standing in the water of a lake in West Bloomfield when a jet ski hit him at full speed. Police say the driver of that jet ski was drunk.
Now, this story might have had an entirely different ending if not for the quick thinking and quick actions of two strangers who can now call themselves Jeff's friends. You're looking at a friendship forged in a tragic instant that almost left one of these men dead. Middle Straits Lake is quiet on this chilly weekday morning, but last week on Labor Day weekend, it was hot and crowded. Boats and swimmers were packed into the area known as the Sandbar when three strangers were brought together, some would say, by fate.
Yeah, I got in your way or you got in my way when we parked at the Sandbar.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
You pulled in right behind me.
It was a busy day on the lake, of course. Jeff actually came over to introduce himself.
I knew what your boat looked like, and I don't think I really met you before.
Right, no, it's
so that's why I came down to your boat to see, to introduce myself.
Then moments later, as Jeff stood in the water next to Scott's pontoon, the tragedy no one saw coming.
There was probably maybe 40 boats in here. That jet ski took off in between my pontoon and another ski boat there. And
I heard a crash and a scream about two boats over from us. That jet ski hit you and the boat about the same time. And then, it basically just pushed you under.
And out of the corner of my eye, I saw this jet ski flying at me. I remember thinking, I have to put my arm up to block this jet ski. It was just so quick that all I remember hearing the thump and being underwater. I knew I was hurt.
The speed that she was going and the weight of that hitting them, you could have been very seriously injured, if not killed.
And Robert Jennison knows what he's talking about. Because, as fate would have it, this stranger, who had met Jeff just minutes before the jet ski rammed into him, is a veteran paramedic, off duty that day from his job as a Livonia firefighter.
I'm kind of limited to what I can do standing in 3 feet of water with no equipment, but I assessed him the best I could, tried to see if he had a head injury, if he had any external bleeding I could stop, and just keep him stable until the firefighter paramedics from West Bloomfield Fire arrived.
As Robert assessed Jeff's injuries, Scott kept him above water with one of his kids' inflatable rafts.
Right about here. Maybe a little bit over that way, right, guys?
Jeff remembers just bits and pieces of his rescue, but he remembers clearly the young woman who had lost control of that jet ski.
She was weeping and crying and saying she was sorry as I was laying in the water.
Deputies arrested the 24-year-old Royal Oak woman for operating while intoxicated, causing injury, and for operating without a boat or safety certificate. Jeff spent nearly a week at Huron Valley Hospital, suffering from a number of broken ribs and cracked vertebrae, and he has a deep bruise covering most of his torso.
One more inch would have taken out my spine.
But he's alive, thanks to two new friends he calls heroes.
I don't think I'm a hero. I just did what any other firefighter would have done in the same situation.
I kind of always try to look at the positive in any bad situation, and hey, bringing people together, it's a good thing.
You can have like an annual now where you can have an annual Jeff survived the jet ski.
Yeah, we'll leave that up to Jeff if he feels up to it. That sounds like a good reason to get together, though.
Thanks, Robert. See you out on the lake.
Jeff says he's blessed to have good friends who have helped him through this ordeal. Now, he has two more. The 24-year-old operator of that jet ski was arrested and spent at least one night in jail. Prosecutors are waiting for the results of blood alcohol tests before she's arraigned on those charges.
Boy, good thing those two new friends were there. Well, tonight